Hi everybody. Well, last week the kids left us, and so from now on we are on our own with our guests for the rest of the season. This week we have left Hull. We've travelled up the Ronquilly lift, moored just in here, and then the next day we travelled all the way through to Namur. It was a big day. After dropping the kids off, we went looking at some mid-century furniture shops, which were just amazing. So much choice. Unfortunately, most of this stuff is just too big for us to bring home, so we've been talking about getting a container. We were having such a good time in Brussels, going through all the Recount stores. They're amazing. And we got a phone call from the lockkeeper above from where we were, and he said we had to move our boat. It wasn't okay where it was. So we've had to race back from Brussels to Hull in the train and just move the boat. It's starting to rain, but we've managed to find a spot. So we're about 200 metres down the way. So here's our little haul from what we got at the Recount today. This here is a little set of dominoes, really little, and that's from Ostend, wasn't it?
Ostend, yeah.
Ostend, which we've been to, so that was quite cool. This is a little cigar cutter to add to Tony's collection, and this is a bottle pourer, like you whistle. Yeah. So there we are, way over there. We're next to this big building site where they're doing stuff for the railway, and this morning we are back off on the train to Brussels again, as we got short yesterday racing back to move the boat, but it looks like it's going to be quite a nice day. So this is the noise that we could hear last night when there was stuff being delivered for the tracks that they're building. A big long train full of materials. So we have just walked into the Pride parade. Oh my lord, it's a fascinating thing to see. So we had another lovely day at Brussels. We caught the train in early and went and just wandered the streets, which was really interesting, and saw a couple of really nice shops, and then we went back to the Recount area. And oh my lord, if you're after mid-century furniture and lights, unbelievable. Just so much stuff, and in such excellent condition. We just contemplating getting a container. There's just too much cool stuff to bring home. So it was very cool. We're pretty tired. We've walked a million miles, and and we bought a couple of little things, not much today, but we just saw so much stuff. It was wonderful. So we've had a lovely time in Hull, and we've just been and done the washing and the groceries, and we're just about to leave. It's lunchtime, and we're going to head to Iltree, I think it's pronounced, and we'll see how that goes tonight. So we have parked just in front of Ecluse 6, and there is a old castle ruin over here that we passed on our way up, and it was a dreary old day and we thought we wouldn't go and stop with the kids, but it's a little bit clearer today, so we're going to have a walk and have a look. The Malkoff Tower is in a park just west of Lemberg. Although it looks medieval, it isn't. It was built in 1854 as a folly. Which is obviously relatively new. So it's a Sunday and the fishermen are out in force. There's lots of them. You'll see them, all their big amazing setup they have. Yeah. So there's great big steel manufacturing factories all through here. And we've seen huge big sheets of steel on train tracks going past. I thought that was a pontoon, but it's an actual boat that has sunk. I think these are all ex-working boats that have just been retired and now made into homes all along here. So we're just coming up to our second and last lock of the day, and this is the really big one that we went through just as we left the port of Iltree 3 days ago, and it is very big, but it does have floating bollards, which is a blessing. Pretty big. So that was very quick. It was probably less than 15 minutes. It was very, very smooth. Great lift. And we are just going to be coming around the corner and into this lovely little port in here. We are having a little drink at the yacht club at Iltree, and the couple behind the bar are just fantastic. Such lovely, lovely people, and we've felt very welcome. There's also Pumba, local dog, who is the Capitan's dog, which is this guy just his dog, and we've got the president of the yacht club, which is the woman just behind him, and it's just cool. We've had 3 beers and we're having a great evening, aren't we, Tone?
We are.
So we were told that the big the lift up the way is not working till Wednesday, but this morning, which is Tuesday morning, we've just seen 2 big boats coming down, so we're thinking it may be working. So it's a hive of activity across the way, just loading a big container for a ship. And we've got one just here that's, you see its home port. The lock just there. So we have heard that the big Ronquilli incline is open, so we're going to be leaving in about half an hour, and I've just been and bought a t-shirt from the yacht club, which is really nice, and yeah, onwards and upwards. It's going to be great. And another ship being loaded again, and it's just continual. Can't hear them, it's good, it's not a problem. So we are waiting at the bottom of the incline. We have finally managed to get hold of the clues to find out what we are expected to do. We're going to be the third boat in. Well, we're going to follow these guys. So Zenith, it's a beautiful boat, lovely couple. We chat to them. They've had their boat since 2015 and have travelled all over the place. Lots of knowledge. So the big boat has just come down. You can see him, he's just coming out now. And because there's not much to tie on this wall, we just have one rope tied here where you can see me. So there's no other bollards, so Tone's just going to hold on so when he goes past us we're not sucked off the wall too hardly. Okay, so the games begin. Let's see what happens. So that was a little bit dramatic. The other boat left, we drove up. The big boat in the front, not this one, but there was the one before us, that went in. We couldn't fit, but we were up the front, and this big fella came in behind us and he honked at us and was telling us to get out of the way, and we didn't know really where to go because we wanted to park up there because we were the first ones in line. So we did a big U-turn, came back, parked here, and the other little boat that's tied up to him, she came and told me that he just wanted to park there. So we are in the queue, but he was just, letting us know what he wanted to do. So we are now tied up alongside the big ship, waiting to go in. Holy smoke, now there's another bloody big boat coming in. Whether he's going to just go in front of all of us, I don't know. He looks like he intends to. There obviously isn't another boat coming down, so this is going to be an interesting day. So it's going to be a bit of a traffic jam. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so we've just been told by this guy here, who was very kind, and has said he's going to go in first, and then Zenith and us will go in after. And Zenith has been very kind, and they've just said if we have any problems, just tie against them. So it's all very confusing, but everyone's being very friendly and kind, so that's good. These guys are just masters of their machinery. No worries at all. We've just been told to not go in until he's turned his motors off, which is cool. Very clear instructions. All good. Everything is big. You don't want to get anything wrong because you can get crushed or hurt. So it's a little nerve-wracking. But we've done well. The boat next to us, Zephyr, the captain, Anne, she was very good. She only just fits in there, as you can see. And we're tied to them, and it's all good. It is amazing. Our boat's just at the end. We're so close to the end. So we're slowly going up. So it's just a huge big bath we're in. It's just incredible. Here we are. This is our view, the background. We're slowly going up the hill. It looks almost like slate or something, the hill. It looks very heavy rock. But you can see that we're all tied together to Zenith. Did you hear that? Tony's just saying how bizarre it is that the street light comes with us. So it's surprisingly quick. It's only been, how long have we been going for? About 10 minutes, not even that, and we're halfway. So it takes about 20 minutes to get up the lift. So he is leaving, and he's not even using his thrusters. He's just drifting out. So good. And off we go. Amazing. A lot better than our time coming down. So we rang the little marina that was up ahead and they were full. So they've sort of said there's a little port here, a little quay. We've tied up, but we haven't really gone very far today, and we know tomorrow is going to be a massive day going through to Namur. So we think we're going to keep going and try and find a spot further up. So today we were staying in Etri last night in the little port. We went up the big Ranquilles incline, and then we've travelled down here. Now we were going to try and stay here, but that marina was full, so we tied off just up here and then decided we hadn't gone far enough, so we have carried on all the way through to here. But the wall, as you can see, is quite high and there's not really much to tie to. There's one bollard, but we've managed to put the rope through, like there's holes in the big wall at the back, so we've managed to thread that off. So there we are, just watching a ship go by, so we'll see how much we move. Yeah, we are swinging out. No. Yeah. So we have walked around the town and there just doesn't seem to be much here. There's no main road, no sort of shops or anything. So I think it's just like a satellite living town for Charlie Roy. So we're getting up in early this morning and heading off, just leaving Lutri, I think it's pronounced, and trying to get to Namur today, which is a big day.
Morning.
So we're just waiting. We came down to our first lock for the morning and called on the VHF. We had no reply, so there was 2 big boats. We stopped and went out and chatted to one, and he said yes, it was still operating because we'd seen in the book it wasn't. So we're just waiting. It's all good. So going well, we've done 3 locks today and we're just coming into Charlie Roy. So as we're coming into Charlie Roy, we're starting to see a lot more of these huge piles of recycling materials. So obviously there's lots of glass, I'd say windscreens and things. And then further down, there's like big scrap metal. And it's almost apocalyptic as you start coming into town. It gets very, very industrial. So we're just coming out off the canal to the Sombra at Charlie Roy. This is quite a sort of sharp corner, a little bit nerve-wracking. One hope there's nobody coming the other way. And then we're going to turn left and heading down the Sombra towards Namur. Here's our old friend from a couple of years ago, the great big factory. It looks like it should come off Mad Max, the movie. We're just leaving Charlie Roy, the big lock here, and it's a very tight little corner, but all good, just coming into the city. So the boat ahead has just signalled for us to go past. They're obviously going to tie up for the night. We're going to keep going. Which is a shame because they were really good calling the locks before us. So they're obviously going to be delivering metal, I think, or pick it up more, I don't know. His partner is on his crew with the dog. So we have just been saying that we have been on our toes the whole day and this whole trip really. Nothing's too easy, and today we've done 8 locks so far. We've got another hour and 1 more lock to do, and these are all being shared with these huge big ships. I don't know if I can turn you around. No, I don't think I can, but we are surrounded by them at the moment, going through a big factory area, one being loaded just here. Must be salt, maybe. Looks like maybe salt. And then we're following our big boat behind, up ahead, and then that blue boat's another boat. Boats everywhere. So we are just coming up to our final destination for the day, and it is just below this big abbey. We're hoping that there's going to be some space on the quay, and we hope to go and see that abbey tomorrow, which is pretty impressive by all accounts. The last time we were here, which was about 2 to 3 years ago, we arrived late and we found the most amazing Italian restaurant, and I've looked on the site and it says it's closed, but we're hanging out for it, so we're going to have a walk and see if we have been mistaken. So yes, it was open and we had a beautiful Italian dinner. It was lovely. The town is in the middle of being redone, so it's all just pretty much dug up at the moment. The restaurant is just over here and the marina is just down there. Walking up to the abbey this morning, you can see our boat is just down there on the quay, and we're walking up to the abbey, so we've still got a little way to go up to the abbey. I'm just filming because I need a break. I need a breather, to be honest. That's the canal down there, and we're up this hill. The path is leading us away now from the castle, so I don't think we can get up this way. But there's the castle way up there. You can see it, so it's pretty steep, but this is a beautiful little walkway through here. It's lovely. This is a landscape that you can see from well up here. So our boat is just down here, but we still haven't found the entrance to the abbey yet. Found the grounds entrance, so just trying to find where the ticket office is. I think we're just following the path at this stage. So there's not much signage to see where to go, so we found a little sign that said to go to the brewery to get the tickets. So the ticket at this stage, it's 11 o'clock and it says it's open 11, is this little pamphlet. It's $5 for the pamphlet. It doesn't mean, it depends how many people, it's just one pamphlet, it's $5. And that's a walking tour outside. If you want to go inside, you have to wait till there's actually a tour, because it's actually a running school. And I think the next tour they said was $2.30. And that's, I think, €6 or something. So we've just climbed the stairs up here, and the story says that there's an abbey, just see the spire over there, that used to be the boundary for the abbey, but now the village is all built inside. So there is the coat of arms for the Florif Abbey, and this is actually still a working school, which is really great that it's still being used. So it's quite big, and there's these numbers, you can see there's numbers here, and we've just got, that's what our tour is at the moment, our walking tour, which we mean we can't go into the buildings yet. So there's the view we have. There's our wee boat just there, and there's Zenith, who we went up the big lift with. They arrived this morning. They They went off to see something else and caught us up. There's one of those big boats with all that white, which I thought was salt. We're not sure what it is. You can see it's big piles inside. Well, we've had a lovely stay at Florette. We stayed here 2 nights. It was really sweet and very, very quiet. And we went to the Abbey yesterday, which was really interesting. We're planning to leave this morning. We've got a yacht tied up beside us. He arrived late last night, and he thinks he's got something wrapped around his propeller, so he wanted the berth. So, and there's another boat in front of us, so there was no room. So we were just waiting for him to wake up, and so we can swap places with him, and he can have his spot here. And we'll head on our way to Namur. So we have just arrived at the Loch of Namur, and it's all looking good. So it's about, I think about a 2.5 metre drop. Gates are closed and we're all ready to go. So we are all tied up. There's the Citadel up on the hill, which we went to last time we were here, where they had the huge big medieval festival. So we might actually get into the Citadel this time. But it is beautiful here, and had a lovely man help us off this little electric boat here. He helped us get in, and it's very nice. That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed our travels this week, and we will see you next week. Bye.